Welcome to Closet Factory's Operation Reorganization. On today's episode, we have some incredible stories and some great transformations. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, I'm Dave and I'm the new homeowner here. This is going on about 3 years of actual construction, but was planned starting about 5 years ago. The house was designed to accommodate principally my mother, my mother-in-law, and my brother, all who had special needs. So what we did is try to design it so that everyone would have their own space and some privacy, but yet they were all close enough so that we could watch over each other. Some of the neat features the house does have is it has a personal elevator, and that was to help transporting my mother's up and down from one floor to the other. It has, again, a room over the garage set up as a separate apartment with a kitchenette. All the bedrooms have their own bath, and each of those is set up to accommodate, especially an older person. So the floors are heated to try to make it as comfortable as possible for everybody. I have the mother's closets designed so, first of all, they're very roomy and have all the types of features they would need. Specifically, they have hanging space. They also have cabinets and drawers. They're placed low so that they can reach them. Each of the bedrooms also has a hamper space so that they can store their dirty clothes and so forth in there. Everything was set up to be very efficient and neatly organized. One thing that I sought to do was to have each of the bedrooms especially not require a lot of furniture inside. So I approached Closet Factory about designing the closets, the walk-in closets in each bedroom to accommodate all types of storage. And then for all the other special rooms in the house, for example, the pantry was designed to allow for lots of storage in a tall space. We wanted to utilize all the storage space, so they had designed in a ladder system, so like a library would have, so that we could get up and down and use all parts of the room to store things. One of the things in building a custom home is you can't foresee every little detail, so when things change or something comes up during the process where you think of a better way to do things, it's always nice to be able to deal with people that are flexible and can change, and that was true with Closet Factory. A few times we had thought of better ways to do things or ways to rework things, and they were very accommodating and were able to redesign and come out in a timely manner with new items when we needed it. Allyson was great to work with. She started with us right from the beginning. She went through, interviewed us, found out what our needs were in each of the spaces. Then she did an individual design for each space, drew up plans, sent them to me, and I modified them, and she had the flexibility to rework anything that needed rework until we got it exactly the way I needed it. The location of the house dictated how it was designed. So it was set up so that all the bedrooms, for the most part, were able to see the river, the Nansemond River behind us. So far, we're working hard to get everything moved in, but it's been everything that we hoped it would be.
This project has been one that's been going on for a good little while, but for good reason. And the reason is because this house is very huge and there's a lot of spaces, and we've done pretty much all the rooms in this house. And what's really great about it is that we were able to put a pantry in there that's got a library ladder. Right now, I'm going to do some final cosmetic touches. We're going to cover up some water valves and going to supply a shelf where they can keep most of their multimedia components, which is basically like routers, things like that, cable modems, things like that. So we're just going to tighten up a couple of those things, make it look real nice. And we're also going to make a little storage unit for the ladder itself that's in the pantry. That way it's not always in the way, but something that you can just put off to the side when you're not using it, but then easily accessible when you obviously need to get up there to the tall spaces. Box built here and the trim piece is cut, so I'll let Ronnie come down and nail these pieces on. That's going to take care of that. Got the shelf built for their routers and things like that, and then the electrician will come back obviously later and get everything else wired up, but this is a good little shelf for now. So now we're going to go in the pantry, and I'm going to build a little section of track for that ladder. That way it can be hung on the wall when it's not being used. That way it's out of the way.
Right now we're at my house. I am the biggest fan of Closet Factory that there is, so I do projects in my own house. I haven't done my closet yet. However, I've done the bookcase that you see behind me. I did a wall unit in my master bedroom, and most recently I've done a Murphy bed in the dining room, of all places. My mother-in-law doesn't do stairs anymore. We found that out a few years ago when they arrived for Christmas and wouldn't go upstairs, so they wanted to sleep in our den. So my 80-something father-in-law slept on the couch, and my 80-something mother-in-law slept right here on this pull-out sofa with a twin mattress that's about 3 inches thick. I just got up one morning and I looked in the dining room and I looked at this one wall, and I called to my husband and I said, "Guess what we're gonna do?" And he said, "You know, what?" And I said, "We're doing a Murphy bed in the dining room." And he looked at me like I had grown a third eyeball. And he's like, "Okay, tell me, what are you talking about?" And I showed it to him, explained what I wanted to do, and he said, "That is a wonderful idea. Because when we don't need the bed, it's closed up and it looks like a cabinet. And when we do need the bed, we just slide the dining room table out of the way, open the bed up. There is a pocket door. There's a set of doors here in my den, so we turn it into a suite." It's challenging to design for yourself because you know everything there is that you have to choose from. And it's hard to narrow it down because you kind of want to do a little bit of everything. So the space provided all of the storage that I needed, more storage than I'd previously had, display areas, and then the bed itself. If I had to choose another designer to design my space, I think that designer would be Denise. One reason is because we would laugh a lot. She also has some really neat ideas. She does things a little bit differently, so I wanted to choose somebody that maybe wasn't so much my style, somebody that would give a different spin on things.
When I started to design this, I started thinking, I'll just think about what the clothes she wears, kind of her personal style. So I feel like, that was the challenge, was to try to create something that I thought she might really like, just based on what she, her personal style. In the upper part of this wall, on two sides of the Murphy bed, I put some glass with some lighting, a great place for her to display some of her items. I imagine her having a collection of pottery. and some color, a little bit of color. I did go with white because she said her trim was white. And then the doors below them, one side I put some shelving in there, the other side I did a little telescoping rod for when a guest comes they can have a place to hang. She could also put some shelves in there and then just remove them when the guests come if they need a place to hang things. And then I did 2 pull-out drawers basically that act as nightstands. And then below that just did some more doors that have some shelving for her to just store various items. This is her dining room, so she maybe has tablecloths and platters and just, you know, various items that she wants to store in there.
I understand she's come up with a concept, and I'm really excited to see what she's worked up. Hey there, welcome.
Tamra. Yeah, I'm so glad to see you.
I am so glad you're here. This is going to be fun. I
know,
cannot
it
wait to see
is,
what you've
it
come
is.
up with.
I can't wait to show you and can't wait to see how it all looks.
Come on in. Here, I'll get the door.
All right. Yeah, my heavy bag. Okay, so Tamra, I'm really excited to show you what I came up with. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't.
We'll
And I
see.
guess it doesn't really matter. It's all in fun, right?
It's all in fun.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, remember I emailed you because you said just if you have any questions, and my
Yes.
main question was what color was your trim?
Exactly.
And you said white. So I kind of course, ran with that. And so this is sort of how I looked at it. I did your Murphy bed here, and then just to, you know, this is just divided, right? So there, and this could be storage too. We would do maybe some top hinge doors. I thought it might be nice to have some glass doors too. I imagined you having pottery.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Pottery.
yeah. I just thought of, I could see sort of a collection of pottery. And so then I did kind of a shaker style door. And just thinking kind of that with your style, I thought you would be maybe a little transitional.
Yes.
Not super traditional, but just have a little sense of traditional, but just a little bit more on the transitional side.
Yes.
These little, what appear to be drawers, are actually the pull-out trays. So what do you think, Tamra?
I like what you've come up with. I really do. It is a beautiful design. I really like the glass in the upper cabinets because you're right. If that had just been a wall of solid doors,
Yeah.
it would have been kind of boring.
Yeah.
So the glass adds an element. By putting something pretty up in there, something colorful, it makes it pop. The shaker, I mean, you nailed me on the shaker. That is the look that I like. That's my preferred style. And the nightstands are brilliant because people do need somewhere to put their things. You nailed it. I knew you would be a good designer for this.
Well, I can't wait to see your space that you did.
I can't wait to show you.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you for spending the time doing this.
Of course. It was my
was-
pleasure. It was super fun.
Okay, well, let's go take a look then at
Okay.
what I did.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
All right, I can't wait
ready?
to see. Yes, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I think I like it way better than mine.
I
What's
didn't.
the name of this color? I can't remember.
Papaya.
Papaya.
And
right.
it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love it because it's textured.
Yeah.
I just
yeah.
love these textured
And this is the
looks.
applique that you said that
Yes,
you
that's
had.
the
It's
hand-applied
perfect.
trim.
So, and I love this.
That's the countertop that all of the designers that were there that day talked about and figured out. I didn't want anyone to walk through the dining room
Right.
and look at it and know that it was a bed.
Right, right. So if you don't want guests,
You don't tell them
you say,
there's
I
a
don't
bed.
have any room here. No room at this end.
The cabinets, I needed lots of shelving. So I wanted to have tons of storage for things like candles and
Right,
like this is my
right.
candle tray.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then
that's great.
I've got table linens at the bottom and just all different kinds of stuff. So each set of cabinets has 3 pull-out trays inside.
right.
And then when my in-laws are here sleeping, this serves as their nightstand
Right.
because they can put everything they need right here.
Yeah, this is great.
And so I have up lighting, and I've hidden the button up here.
Oh, I love that. That is
So-
great. That looks so good. And when you stand back here, it just, yeah, that's great.
You can see it open?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's so fun about these. It's just so easy to open, isn't it? You're not going to splat underneath there.
No.
Oh, and then you're reading lights.
Yes, which you had mentioned in your design, which I use those on most clients' Murphy beds.
Yeah.
So we are just thrilled with the way that it
Well,
turned
I just
out.
love it. I think it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I kind of like it better than mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's just so different.
It
You
is
know,
different.
It's just different than but again, not having ever been here, I just had no idea. I just had to kind of go by what I thought you might do. And so this is really different than I thought you might do, but I really like it.
Thank you. Coming from another designer, that's quite a compliment, so I appreciate
So I'm going to
that.
have you over to help me with my wet bar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you want to have me design blind for you, just let me know.
Yeah,
I'd love
I
to give
will.
it a shot.
It'd
That would
be
be so
fun.
much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
Thank
fun
you
to-
so much.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was so
this.
much fun. It was just so fun to see what people come up with. It's just, again, because we can just do absolutely anything.
You're
It's just
right.
fun to see where your mind goes. And that's what's so fun about what we do.
It is. I love
It
it.
is. Me too. Can't imagine doing anything else.
Me either. I'm a lifer.
This ladder is going to hang over here. Wall. But it's not being used. That's what we wanted right there.
We are in my client's Dave and Judy's home today, where we did 16 spaces. So it's a huge project. The install took a few weeks, actually. I think Juan, and he had several different people. Juan was our main installer, and then whoever was available kind of helped him, because I think it was at least 2 weeks it took to install all the spaces. They built this house to have their mothers live with them, and to give them each their own space, but then they also have their own living space, so they don't have to be in the main part of the house all the time. They have everything they need upstairs. They also have an elevator, so even though they are older, they can easily access everywhere that they need to go. We did 2 masters, a his and a hers closet. They each have lots of drawers. They wanted lots of drawers. I even had to kind of back him down on how many drawers he wanted. Then they have a whole upstairs space. There's lots of storage rooms. There's a really cool pantry, an office. Closet Factory was able to help them as far as, like the aging in place, getting older. There are 2 huge storage areas up there in front of their bedrooms. And then we made sure that everything was accessible in their master closets. For them, in case there ends up being a wheelchair or something like that, they can get to everything pretty easily. Everything is wide enough and able to pull out. The ceilings, I think, are 12 feet, and they were at least 10 in the pantry. And we wanted to use the height, but be realistic about using the height. So we did bring in a ladder, which is fun because we usually only use those in libraries, but we got to use it in their pantry. They have been amazing to work with. just really easygoing, and they respond quickly, which is nice. I love their style. I love their taste. It's very much similar to mine. So it was great working with them.
Hey, Allyson, I wanted to show you how everything turned out after we've been moved in here a couple weeks.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Oh, thank you. And this is Judy's closet, as you can
Right.
tell. And kind of our goal with both mine and Judy's closets is we were trying to get as much drawers and cabinet space inside the closet so that we wouldn't have to have as much furniture
Right.
out in the bedroom.
Right.
No dressers, no bureaus, and things like that.
Right.
And you helped us design this, of course, and it turned out really nice. She has all these drawers for her things here, as well as these cabinets. We have all these open shelves here so she can stack all her shoes and everything where she can see them.
It's really nicely organized in here. I'm glad she has room for everything.
Do you want to show me your closet now?
Sure, let's
Okay.
go over here. So this is my side over here, similar to Judy's. Now you designed in some additional features that I asked for that have turned out very nice. Mainly we have a bench here. That way I can sit down in the morning and put my shoes on for work and not have to go out and sit on the bed. You also had a mirror designed in so I can adjust my tie and everything in the morning.
Yeah, the
Also
mirror is great.
Very handy for me. I have the cabinets and the drawers here as well. You designed in belt holders and tie
Right.
holders for me as well to keep everything neat and organized.
It's really efficient for y'all to not have to have the furniture and everything is in one space.
Thank you.
Good. Will you show me the pantry now?
Sure.
Great.
Come this way.
Oh, wow, Dave, this looks great.
So Allyson, this is my wife's favorite closet, the
Yeah.
pantry here. And you can see some of the features that you had designed in. First, we have the ladder here so that we can roll it around and utilize some of the very high spaces. The ceiling in here is about 11 feet high.
Right.
So we didn't want to waste the storage space that was available up high. So we have the ladder for that. And you can see all the storage cubby holes and slide out shelves and other
The
things that are in
baskets,
here.
Yeah, nice.
We also have the desk area here that you designed in so that when Judy brings in groceries and other things, she can put them right here.
That's what I was thinking when I had this in mind. I thought if she could take the grocery bags and just have a place to sit them down and then put everything away.
Okay.
That was my plan.
Yep.
I'm glad it worked out.
That all worked out well, and she's got all her things out here that previously were all buried in
Right.
various drawers and
Right.
things at home. So just thinking back on the whole process, wanted to thank you for you coming out and interviewing us and finding out what our needs were, looking at each individual room and designing in the features that we would need, following through on the whole process as the cabinets were built, and then being so flexible as far as dealing with all the changes that are always going to happen.
Right.
And it's been great to work with you, and if we ever have another project, I don't know if I will in the rest of my life,
Right.
but we'd certainly love to have you come out and help us with
Yeah,
it.
I would love to help y'all again. This has been great. This has probably been one of my favorite projects ever. It was a lengthy one because we had a lot of spaces, but it's been really fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. This project's complete. It went great. The homeowners are so happy. On to the next.
That's it for another episode of Operation Reorganization.
So we hope you've enjoyed it.
Tune in next time for more transformations and amazing stories at OpReorg.